Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to do a quick live today and talk about a few things. Um, and on Thursdays, I was wanting to go live, but I could not and play some thankful music and some inspiration music, but I could not because I couldn't find my speaker. Well, finally, I was clearing out one of my luggage and found my speaker, so I can now do that. I can now do that. So wanted to do this quick live and talk a little bit about going into year 55. It's just going to be maybe 10 minutes at the most, and talk about going into year 55. Um, I want to, my desire is to grow older and wiser, to not just grow older, to grow wiser. Hey, T. Trisha, thank you for coming in. T. Trisha, I enjoy your mix and your hey the bushes how you redid how the nobody's supposed to be here. Was it how did you get here? I think that's what it was. I think that was the song. I said okay, she done you know up gave it an up tempo and a little I don't want to say disco with my old self, but a little uh what they call that music, house music, little feed to it. I said okay, I like that, I like that. Hey Mimi 126, hey the bushes, hello everybody coming in. So real quick, I wanted to say a few things about my birthday. Today is my birthday. I turned 55. And as I was thinking about my birthday, first of all, I wish I would have had it. I wish I would have saved it to myself so I can read it, but I did not. Every year it's a guy, and I don't know him. I don't know how he knows me, where he met me, but he sends me a Facebook inbox every single year on my birthday. And it always goes along with kind of what I'm going through, some things that I'm going through. So I'm gonna read that real quick, if I can find it. But this year I was thinking about that I wanted to be not only just grow older, I wanted to grow wiser. As I get along in years, because you have experience, and you said you was acting silly because you well, you know what? That's what my daughter says. She to pick herself up. Sometimes I understand that. I get that. Uh, and I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. But that, honey, I can't tell you wasn't feeling well because you was jamming. You jazzed that song up. I was thinking, can I download this? Can I download this? And I was thinking about how I could download it. I said, okay. At first, I was like, I know that song. I know that song. Then I was like, I do know that song. That was good. That was really good. So I want to grow wiser. As I'm growing older, I want to grow wiser, meaning that I don't want to be what the Bible call a silly woman led. How did it say about it? What did the Bible say about a silly woman led captive? I want to do better. Hey, St. James. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, thank you for that. Happy birthday. So, I want to grow wiser. I want to do things better. And y'all know how every time there is a this StreamYard always confused me. Okay, there we are. Every time there's a new year for when the year just changed for everybody, January 1st, I always talk about how you should go into you shouldn't, how New Year's resolutions should start before the new year start, that go into it doing that. And this year I was blessed to go into my new year being better. I ain't say I'm there yet. I ain't say I was perfect. That ain't gonna happen now. I ain't gonna be perfect. Okay. All right. But going into being better, some things that I was already convicted about, some things that I was already not feeling so great about. I've always been honest about my feelings and emotions and what I'm talking about and not talking circles. So beef safety was one of them. Beef safety was one of them. I was already feeling not so great about it, feeling like it was time to leave. And I'm just giving one example. There's many examples in my online life and my offline life that where I was felt like I wanted to do and be better. So some of those things I have started. I've already started and separated myself from and all of that. not engaging in, not participating in, and everything is a work in progress. But my point is that, as I grow older, I want to grow wiser. I just don't want to grow old and foolish. I want to grow old and wise. So that was the first thing that I wanted to say. And I also want to share with y'all that one of the things that I do for concerning my faith, this is going to sound real kind of off, but y'all just stay with me. When I have to make passwords, and those of you who work, especially if you work in corporate, anything having to do with having to have password, sometimes you have to have 11 passwords, or 12 passwords, just a bunch of passwords. And then they want to change them out every 30 days, every 90, 60 days, every 90 days. Y'all know what I use for my passwords? I use confessions. Whatever things that I'm praying about, things that I need. My phone rang. Hopefully I'm back. Whatever things I'm praying about and things that I need, I make those things my passwords. For example, let me give an example. If I'm looking for healing, I'm going to put in, I am healed 2025. That's going to become my password. So that every time I have to sign into that application, or every time I have to sign into that program, I am saying and repeating and confessing out my confession until it manifests itself. Does that make sense? I have had passwords like Cruise 2026. Okay, that's one of my passwords now, Cruise 2026. And I put the ship. I put the actual ship up there, and there's some other stuff to go with it. So y'all don't even know how to get to where I need to get to. So y'all ain't gonna be able to use them. Just copy them. It don't matter. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hurt me with it. I can share this. I put the ship name in 2026 because that's where I'm trying to get to. Things like I've told y'all about healing. I'm trying to think of another one. I need to put in weight loss 2026 is what I need to put in. Because that's one of the things I struggle going into the new year with, and struggle going into my birthday with. I don't understand. Hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Just My Thoughts. Thank you for coming in. I don't know why I struggle. Well, I do know why I struggle with my weight. Somebody told me last week why I struggle with my weight is menopause. And I need to go ahead and accept those pills that the doctor said offered me for menopause. And I said, no, I'm good. The heat flashes don't bother me that much. But this weight gain does. So I need to go and get that. But anyway, that's a part of being 55. Listen, I'm going into year 55. And that's a part of being a part of it. So thanks be to God. That's just a normal part of being a woman. The last thing, let me read this. Like I said, this guy, his name is Markel. I don't know how I know Markel. I don't know why Markel know me. I don't know why he always send me, but every single, and he don't inbox me no other time. Y'all know how the men are send you a good morning, beautiful. Hey, queen. None of that. Once a year on my birthday, this gentleman will send me a very encouraging message for my birthday. And it always line up with what I'm experiencing at that time. So this year, what he said, today I want to continue. Okay, let me start over so I can read this slow so y'all can not think I can't read, because I do have a speech impediment. I stutter. Did y'all know that? I have a speech impediment. I stutter. And when I was in school, I shared this with Really BTV because she's a teacher, but I shared this with her. When I was in school, I remember when it was maybe the second week of school, I was in elementary school, and they were deciding who was going to go to, who needed speech and who needed this and who needed that. And I remember they sent me to speech, and I was sitting in there, and the guy was introducing himself. It was like third grade, I think, something like it was second, third. I don't, might have been fourth. I think it was third grade. And I remember the speech therapist came in and was getting, calling everybody's name and telling us who he was. And they came back in there and they got me, they pointed at me. Y'all know my name is Geneva. They said, Geneva, come here. And I'm thinking, what I do? And they sent me back. Can y'all still hear me? Because he clicked on something, and they sent me back to class. And they said they didn't have the resources. There wasn't enough resources for me to stay in speech. See, that's why I stutter today. Ringing. These people are calling me and telling me, wishing me a happy birthday. It's my birthday. My phone is just lit up today. Thank God. Anyway, so they said they have no resources for me. And when they would explain it to my parents, they said, well, she reads well, she's good in math, she's in the exceptional class. They had me like in advanced classes, but y'all should have gave me some speech therapy. I'm 55 today and I'm still stutter. I still stutter. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Thank you, K-Fit. Y'all, I got the best message today. I ain't going to go into details, but I got the best little voice message today. And then they said my little, tell the Lord thank you. Ooh, that made my day. That made my day. So, okay, so this man sends me a message, and I'm going to read the message that he sent this morning. Hey, Chef Don Don. Hey, Sugar. He said, today I want to continue encouraging you to be the best version of yourself as you continue to be stronger and more confident when facing challenges on a daily basis. Never let anyone define your worth. I hope you continue to love life, take time for yourself, and never stop dreaming. Continue to set ambitious goals, strive for the highest possible achievement, and always continue reaching for the stars because that is where your place is. Happy birthday, Geneva. Like I said, this man sends me a message every year, and it seems like the message that he sends me is spot on. Like I don't know how this man know me. I don't know where he met me. He don't send me no other messages in between birthdays. That's it. But it seems like it's spot on, like it's a godsend. And I'm not one that share my business on Facebook. Like I don't share that I'm struggling, I'm trying to keep my head up. I'm not that person. The most you're going to see out of me on Facebook is, okay, now she in Curacao. Now she in the Dominican. Okay, now she in the Grand Turks. That's what you're going to see on Facebook of me. Now her grandson is doing this. Oh, there goes Zion again. Zion sliding down the slide. Okay, Zion swinging across the swing. That's what you're going to see. So how he can pinpoint every single year and do that every single year is amazing to me. It's amazing to me. But every year, and I always forget from year to year, he going to do it. I forget every time, but I don't know who this man is, but God bless him. He encourages me every year. His name is Markel. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about, I told y'all this is going to be quick. Passive income. Passive income. Now, I told y'all I don't no longer engage in the beef sector, but I do watch. I do take a glimpse here and there. What's going on here? What's going on there? But not to enough to where I would want to engage. And really, to be honest, it's not a whole lot left that is changed so much. So it's just a little bit here and a little bit there. But it got me to thinking about passive income. YouTube is definitely passive income. And I often hear people say, you can't make any money. And I shouldn't even say passive. It depends on who you are. Because for some people, it is their income. They're making good money at it. So when people say you don't make any money off YouTube, I'm like, huh? What's her name? That was Tasha K been doing it for years. There's been people that we know, Funky Dineva's been doing it for years. Why do people say that? Hey, T. Danielle, thank you for coming in. Hey, Sugar. People like Tasha K and Funky Dineva, others that I could name off that don't work a regular job. They have been doing it for years. Spill It Boy, he's been doing it. Why do we say that you can make money off YouTube? And I think that people, they're saying it's not too much videos. It depends. And you ain't got to come on 15 times a day to do it, or you can come on 15 times a day and make money. There's monies in the membership. There are some people who their channel they riding off the memberships. And I think that's brilliant, especially if you're offering your members is getting something. I think that's brilliant and they're enjoying it. And it depends, and really how much money you make depends on your type of content. And the reason why I say that is because I've done beef sector. I've done the churchy, gossipy, what St. James called the carnal church sector. I've done travel. I had another I had a channel one time. I had two channels that people didn't even know about. I had them really split up. And people didn't know. And eventually folks caught on to the church. Oh, you over there with them church folk. I didn't know you was over there under Miss Cruiser too. And I see how they do the commercials and how they pay and how it's different. Did y'all know that? It's different. They're not going to give the beef sector the same type of commercials that they may give another a person doing celebrity news or hot topics. It's not going to be the same. And sometimes, you may get more commercial. Well, I think you can control how many commercials you get, but the type of commercial and the cost, how much the commercial pays, is going to be different. So you can indeed make money off YouTube. Am I making any money off YouTube? Also, no, because I ain't on here. I ain't trying to. I ain't putting no effort in it. I'm making money off my job and other little side hustles offline that I do. Um, So, but I'm just encouraging those of you who want to, you can. And it aggravates me when I see people say you can't. You can. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, that time it wasn't my phone, it was my door. So, and that's why I started out talking about exactly, Chef Don Don, is what you make it. Is what you make it. And that's why I started out talking about passive income, like something you put little effort in. It really, YouTube can start off a hobby and turn into, hey, I'm making money off of this. And I think that's where a lot of people probably started. It's kind of a hobby, something they enjoy. I'm gonna hit that button every now and then, say something or share this or share that. Then it was like, okay, I can get monetized and make money. And then it grew from there. So it can grow into your actual, one of your actual streams of income. You know what I'm saying? Into a business, an actual business, if that's what you desire to be. Eventually, I may do that. Right now, my job takes up so much of my actual real job takes up so much of my time. And then when I'm off on the weekends, y'all know I'm trying to go see my grandbaby and see my children who lives a city away and see my parents and all of that and get some travel time in. And then when I am traveling, a lot of people say, well, why do you don't do your YouTube when you're traveling? Because I want to enjoy my travels. I don't want to be editing and stopping and capturing this and capturing that in a more professional way with the professional equipment. I want to enjoy my travels. So it's not something I can really put the time in right now to do. Uh, yeah, with St. James, it started out a hobby, and then he just grew and grew and grew. But I y'all know I know the correct way to say it is that I knew. Let me say it correctly first, so y'all don't think I'm totally ignorant. I knew that St. James would grow and do well, but y'all know how I like to say it. I had noted when I first saw St. James, he was collaborating with somebody else. I won't say his name, but he would collaborate with somebody else. I said he got something. He gonna be good. That's what I wish I was. I wish I was a talent scout. Hold on, y'all. Somebody at my door again. Okay. Um, I wish I was a talent scout because I could scout out some good. I'm like, oh, that person's gonna be good right there. That person. But when I saw him, I said, oh, he's interesting. He got it. He's gonna be good at this. And by God, he is. He grew. He grew. Uh, he grew the right way. He grew the correct way. So and he just continued to build on and build on and build on and build on. And it's really good to see. It's very encouraging to see. St. James is a good person to ask. How did you do this? And his patience were good. He didn't start out with 100 people, 200 people. He started out with a small crowd, and he kept being consistent with it and kept building on it the right way. He didn't say, "Let me just jump out here and get in some crazy scandal." Because when you do it that way, you have to continue that way. So he's able to continue with the things that he do because even when it was small numbers, he continued patiently that way. So he's growing in a very healthy way. Um, and that should be an example to us all. We want to just jump out there and just be the next best thing and it happen instantly. It don't happen that way. You got to, at first you invested and they making any money. That's why the IRS allowed you to take a loss, to take, negative loss on when you first start a business, because they understand in any business you ain't gonna start out being, well, some people do, but most cases that's not how it start out. So anyway, so you can. I want to encourage y'all. You can. So keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry. Don't look at somebody else. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. That's not what you're doing. That ain't what you're doing. That ain't what you're doing. That ain't where you want to go. That's not where you want to go. You don't want to end up doing it that way. You want to do it the right way. So I just wanted to encourage everyone. Let me make sure I got through all the, he is talented. Let's see. Trisha said he is talented and actually present non-biased commentary. That's why I support his channel. Yep. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Thank you. So that's all I had to say. I wanted to jump on real quick and, talk a little bit. I didn't have any plans this year for my birthday because I've done so much. When I logged in for work, I'm actually working today, and I logged in. Somebody messaged in our team, and they said, "Girl, you working?" And my boss came right on in there and said, "Yeah, she been traveling all year. She been off all year. Yeah, she working." And I was like, "Ain't nobody asked you nothing. Ain't nobody asked you nothing." But yes, I am working today. I really didn't have any plans for my birthday, and didn't feel like making any. So my next trip is in October, and that's with doing something that Really BTV is doing. I'm joining the tribe, and we're going to Books and Bourbon, and I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, my next trip won't be until February. We're doing a cruise. If you want to join us on the cruise, we currently have 23, 24, 20 something cabins, child. We got 20 something cabins. We can get you in a good rate right now. We done, some people got that nice message. Hey, I have got a decrease in your rate. I love when I'm able to do that. I'm not always able to promise that, but when I can, I love it. I am Really BTV is a co-sponsor. It is such a joy working with her. She's so easy to work with. So she is the co-sponsor of this. We getting together and doing a February cruise. So if you want to come with us, email me, misscruiser2@gmail.com. We got a good crowd going with us, and we're gonna have some fun. Okay. We planning behind the scenes. Y'all know y'all love talk about behind the scenes. We are planning some exciting activities before we get on the ship, hopefully, if all goes well in Orlando and when we get on the ship. So we're looking forward to that. So if you want to join us, that's my email. If you want to join us, it's going to be a good time. Also, and I don't think he mind me, and if he do, he can tap me on the shoulder, say, Also, most of you know, this is public, most of you know, Spill It Boy TV, James, is doing one in May. Let's support each other. That's why I talk about it, and that's why I talk about others, because I want us to support each other. So he's doing one in May on Virgin. I have never, don't ask me nothing about Virgin, I don't know, because I ain't never been on Virgin Voyages. Never, ever been on the Virgin Voyages. But he's doing Virgin Voyages out of Miami. One of the nice ships. So make sure that you email him and get that information from him if you're interested in that. Let's support each other. That's what it's all about. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for the birthday greetings. And I hope that y'all have a marvelous day. Remember to live in peace on purpose. Ooh, when I tell y'all, ain't that like living in peace on purpose? Ain't that like living in peace on purpose? I'm telling you, I one day I'm gonna get in membership and I'm gonna talk about living in peace on purpose, And remember, all is well. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what it looked like. All is well. Today I got some good news from something that I was concerned about. And I told my sister, I said, you have made my day. Uh, she shared some exciting things that's going on with her, and she made my day. All is well, y'all. Listen, listen. I've been saying that all is well since I believe the Lord gave it to me as I was flying back from Punta Cana, a trip I didn't even want to be on. And I was flying back, taking that flight back from Punta Cana, and I watched this movie that I didn't even know what the movie was about, couldn't even speak the language, but I was reading the subtitles, and that was one of the things they said, all is well. And I believe that was a message sent for me to confess myself with some things that I am praying about and going through, and to share with you guys about anything that you're praying about and going through. While you're going through it, continue to say all is well, and make them passwords. Change them passwords to confessions. I am healed. Money come to me. Paid off. Debt free. Good credit 2026. Make them your, so every time you got to log in, you got to say it. Good credit 2026. Losing all of this weight 2026. Do that so you can keep confessing it, confessing it, confessing it, and watch what energy you allow in your life. Watch your energy. And last thing I'm gonna say is this: don't put out nothing you don't want back. Whatever you putting out into atmosphere, it's gonna somehow come back to you and bust you in your face. You can call it karma, or those of you who are Bible believers can call it the law of reaping what you've sown. So try to put out some good stuff. Y'all be good. Thanks for coming in. Y'all have a good day.